The Columbia City Ballet has a lot of great productions this spring. We've got The Sleeping Beauty, Body Movement, Off the Wall. William Starr here to talk all about it. Hey,
Great
welcome
to see
back.
you, Koko. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
welcome
you.
back. So first of all, now, who do you have with you
This
here?
is Brandon Penn. He's one of my stars that's performing an Off the Wall onto the stage, dancing the art of Jonathan Green. And he's one of the principal dancers in the production, and he's a wonderful dancer. I discovered him and found him in Atlanta.
Wow.
Yeah,
And-
and this is his second season with us.
Yes, my second season.
So Jonathan Green paints of his childhood memory growing up in the Gullah culture. And he's a phenomenal, world-renowned painter. And he allowed me to bring his paintings to life through dance. And it was, we first got the idea in about 2003. And we worked on it for 3 years. It cost $1.2 million. And it premiered in 2005. And it continues to evolve. And last year we did it for the first time at the Township Auditorium. We completely sold out. And so this is an encore performance because we had to turn so many people away. So we wanted to bring it back. And we're partnering with Allen University. Their dance team is going to be part of the Silver Slipper Dance Hall,
Yeah.
head by Ashley Johnson. And then Elliot Brown is going to be conducting the full Benedict Choir. They're performing live. And Marlena Smalls is coming from Beaufort from the Hallelujah Singers. She's singing live. And Jonathan Green himself will be there. And so it's just a huge production, a huge endeavor and partnership with a lot of amazingly talented individuals.
And tell me, Brandon, what did you have to do to prepare for this role?
I would say the artwork, for one, I think is a foundation. It is technical preparation, taking class every day, making sure you're staying on top of technique. But I would say research. I do try and get into a storyline of the second act of being in the Silver Slipper Hall. Really trying to portray the story, tell the story. But yeah, and also in the end, it's a lot of fun. On top of that, I try and let go. Rehearse so much that it's second nature. I don't have to think. I go out there and enjoy. Yeah.
So tell me, how about the pictures with Jonathan Green? How is it decided which pictures are going to be used?
Well, Koko, that's a great question. So Jonathan Green invited me to Naples, Florida, where he lived at the time. Now he lives in Charleston. And he opened up his gallery. He had 3,000 transparencies, which represented all of the paintings that he had sold that were all over the world in different galleries. And so I had to, that was one of the hardest things, is picking the pictures. And I would pick his brain if I would come across a painting that just intrigued me. And I'd say, so what's the story behind this? And you know, it's all from his childhood memory, and he would tell me the story behind it, his aunt or his uncle or his grandmother or his mother, or the cousins, and different stories that he relayed about the paintings. And so, what I wasn't prepared for, Koko, was what a spiritual journey I was going to go on, and how so many of his paintings deal with issues that are so prevalent today and so important in terms of unity and transcendence and working together and coming together. And that so much of the Gullah culture is such a big part of our lives, everyday lives, that we don't even realize.
Yeah.
And that this is a really positive, incredible thing that came from being free from slavery.
Yeah. And it's just from that long time ago, the spirit of unity back then transcending into today.
And we still need that message today.
Exactly.
Very stronger than ever. And so many of his paintings, you know, he was a child in the 70s. And so he never got to go to the Silver Slipper Dance Hall because his cousins and his sisters would tell him about it, but he never got to go himself. And so he paints from what he imagined it was like and what went on. And some of his paintings were commissioned by friends. And so I was just interested about the story behind those paintings and what went on in the Silver Slipper Dance Hall. And in the Gullah culture, you know, the same building was used for many different uses. So it was a schoolhouse by day, and at night it was a blues club, and on Sunday morning it was a church. And so we visit all of those things in 1 week in the Gullah culture.
Okay.
And then Brandon is the lead in the Silver Slipper Dance Hall. And so he has a big time. He's a sailor at one point. He changes his costume a lot. And it's all different activities that went on in the Silver Slipper Dance Hall that night. Oh. And he's, as you can see, very handsome.
Yes.
So he's very popular at the Silver Slipper Dance Hall. And he just kind of takes over the club and has a big time. You know, there's a jukebox and live singing and Motown music. And So that's part of the second act.
Okay.
And then the third part in the second act, we go to church. And a lot of the paintings are of church service and his mourning, remembering his youth, going to church and things like that. The paintings are very, very powerful. And they depict the choir, so we're bringing the Benedict choir there.
Wow.
The same robes that were in the paintings.
Okay.
And the first act is many different paintings coming to life with many different stories that transcend incredible messages that are really important today.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm hearing that this is one of your best productions ever.
I would say it's one of the most popular. Yes.
Yeah.
People love the Dracula too, and of course the Nutcracker, and I always love the production I'm working on at the moment.
But now, is this an original?
This is an original.
See, this is an original. See, this is your baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So this I created through the generosity of Jonathan Green, letting me have carte blanche over his paintings that were just incredible. And then the production's really evolved. It cost $1.2 million originally to bring the paintings to life. That was done in Sweden to have the intensity of the colors. The Jonathan Green paintings are so vibrant, primary colors, and he's so famous for using colors. And then bringing all the costumes, the hats, and we had to have some of the fabric made in New York and reproduced. So it's quite extreme. It's a lot. It's big. It's
I'm going to put
big production.
Brandon on the spot here. Tell me your most fun part that you do. I know you're doing a lot of different scenes, but what would you say was the one that really, really hit home for you?
Well, there's a big scene in the Silver Slipper Hall.
Okay.
Where I have a little solo that I do, and I slowly start making my way across stage, and I find my eye on this girl, and I grab her hand, and I turn her, and we basically just start dancing. We start dancing together, we locked eyes, and then out of nowhere, we jump into All Night Long.
Wow.
And
it's, you know what?
Dancing at Last, that famous song.
Okay.
And then you have a big solo in the church scene.
I do have a big solo in the church scene.
But he said his favorite was.
Yeah. But no, it's funny. With the solo in the church scene, it's funny because I actually started dancing in church.
Oh, okay.
And
like
so
praise dancing.
I did.
Okay.
Well, praise dancing. I would have people ask me, hey, like, we need someone to dance this service, or we need to fill in this space. And I would put on music. A lot of it honestly would be improv, but that's how I really started dancing, would be in church. And it's funny because now I'm a professional dancer, and this is what I do for a living, and I'm back on stage in church dancing again. But yeah, it's
ironic.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yes. William Starr, the Columbia City Ballet, Brandon Off the Wall, performing one time March 15th. Also, for more information about Sleeping Beauty, body movement, you've got a website people can go to.
ColumbiaCityBallet.com. We've got a lot of performances coming up of Sleeping Beauty and body movement explored on Modern Dance Series. Our educational outreach series, Ferdinand the Bull is performing, along with Off the Wall. So it's a busy time for all of us.
All right, we're going to seal it with a fist pump here. Yes. All right, thank you for joining
Koko,
me.
thank you. It's always great being here with you. Thank you.
I don't know if I've ever done a double fist pump before, but I think I just created one. Let's do a double fist pump.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you.